Awesome. Welcome everybody to our Wednesday brand partner only lunch and learn training where we are committed to skill set development to give you guys the skills necessary to be a professional in this industry, to build your business globally with Vasayo. And so my background really quick, guys, my wife and I, my name is Mario Delgadillo. My wife is Stephanie. We're diamonds with the company. We've been with Vasayo for about 16 months. Backstory is pretty simple. Come out of corporate education. Got laid off 10 years ago. 6 months down the road, couldn't find a job. Savings was going backwards. And a cousin introduced me to network marketing, guys, and it literally has changed my life. And we came to Vasayo because we were looking for a way to monetize the CBD space, and we found out that there was so much more. Phenomenal products, ridiculously incredible leadership, an incredible team, an incredible system, and really just an opportunity to help everyday average people like you and I to really build something significant for their life and for their family long term, okay? That said, on Wednesdays, I've committed to spending an hour out of our day to really help you guys to get better and to sharpen your skills. And today what we're gonna talk about is how to become a network marketing professional as it pertains to becoming a recruiter. And why do we recruit? Because we love Rita. How many of you guys know who Rita is, right? So Rita is an acronym that stands for Recruiting is the Answer. Okay. And I usually tell the story that whatever is ailing your business, whether you need more brand partners, whether you need more people on, need more customers, whether you need more people on connect calls, whether you need more people at events, call Rita. Because when you place new people into the business and you place new people into the team, okay, then yes, that always helps out. Yes, Ricardo, Rita is my side chick. I used to say that forever. And then somebody said, are you sure your wife likes that? And my wife doesn't say very much about what I do, but when she does, I listen. And I said, hey, so what do you think about this Rita is side chick thing? And she said, and I said, okay, no more Rita is my side chick. But yeah, I mean, that's the idea, guys. Call on Rita. She always helps us out. She's always there for us. Not to mention, guys, we're so early with our company that we're still in what's called the first movers space of our company. There will come a time when our company, Vasayo, is 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And when that happens, because of the work that you've done right now, you guys will have hundreds of thousands of distributors on your team, right? So the idea is when you're at the beginning, when you're early, you build massive distribution. Right? You want to get as many online stores in and around the nation and really the world as possible so that when the company transitions into that next phase where it's just that, that customer gathering phase, you don't want to be in that phase and you have, 200 people on your team, which is still a good team. You want to be in that phase with 200,000 people in your downline. Because guys, if 200,000 people in your downline just buy one product every single month, that's a ridiculous residual income, okay? That's really awesome because people are still gonna be building. But what happens is your residual income becomes bigger than your upfront bonuses, and that's the end game, guys. The end game is to get to a place where your residual income is so big that you don't even know what the front end bonuses look like. Right now, when you're starting your business, we survive on the upfront bonuses, right? That's what, if I brought in Deb today, my job fast as possible is to get her a paycheck, right? Because if I can get her a paycheck in a couple days, even if I get her a $500 paycheck in her first week, now her belief system is unlocked. And if she can make a $500 in a week, she can make 10,000 in a month. And if she can make 10,000 in a month, why can't I make 100,000 in 10 months, right? So when people's belief levels are unlocked, then their action usually follows. So we eat heavy on the front end while we're quietly building this back end residual income. But what happens is there will come a tipping point. And right here, when you do this, when it tips and your back end residual incomes are bigger than your front end, guys, that's where freedom's at, okay? That's where our uplines, Ricky and Francois, are right now. Their back-end residual, guys. How many of you guys love to get text messages in the middle of the night that people are purchasing LCP? Raise your hand if you like LCP text messages. Ricky has a slow night. He has 100 in the morning. 100 a day on a slow night. That's insane, guys. If you understand our comp plan, that's bananas. Freedom, right? Freedom. So that's why you're here. We're freedom fighters. And that's why I love being around you guys, because I love to be around people who are about solutions, right? Who are trying to figure out an option to get to their end game without, and willing to do something about it. So that said, guys, let's just talk about some things that I was raised on in network marketing, okay? The first thing that I would tell you, and if you're taking notes, is to write down, don't prejudge, okay? I think the number one thing that people struggle with when they come out of the gates is prejudging, which ultimately kind of shows its face in your list, okay? Now, this is a team training, so if any of you guys want to share or are willing to, how many of you, when you first started, had a difficult time writing a list? Like it was just really tough for you to write a list. See, a lot of people are raising their hands. And the reason I say that is because most times we're in our own heads, okay? Because what happens is, think about this, our belief level is at its lowest point when you're brand new, okay? Because you don't have the success, you haven't made that check yet. So your belief level is at its lowest. Your experience is at its lowest. Like I look at Lucine. Lucine is a very, very high level, very well known, very well respected celebrity makeup artist. She's been in the game a long time. Do you think her belief level in what she does is right here or up here, right? Way up there. Do you think she ever second guesses herself? No. But in this space, right, it's so easy for us to second guess ourselves because we're brand new. So because we're brand new, we're second guessing ourselves. We're worried about what other people think, right? We're not sure if we should. And so we start rationalizing our contacts and who should be on our list. Does that make sense, guys? People start to say things like, oh no, they are to this, or they're to that, or oh, they wouldn't because. I'm here to tell you the people that make the most amount of money in this profession don't do that. They don't play that game. I'll give you an example. Jeff Speedy Gonzalez, okay? He put me and he put Ricky, myself, and Francoise on the phone and Tanya, probably with about 30 people in 5 days. I mean, literally on the phone with 30 people in 5 days. Now, in order to get 30 connect calls in 5 days, do you know how many people he reached out to? A lot, at least over 100, promise you that. Never been in the profession, didn't have a lot of experience, but he was coachable and he was hungry, okay? And so those 30 people, 12 got started. He made about $6,000 in 5 days. And then it started this perpetuation of this system. And now he's got one of the biggest teams in our team, okay? And so don't prejudge. And I'm just gonna give you guys a real life scenario. Forgive me if you've heard it, but I always try to cater our trainings to the new person. Because guys, if you're a leader, if you've been here 6 months, if you've been here, the entire time I've been here, you have to understand our business is built on and for the new person, okay? The last thing you want to do as a leader is come to a meeting and be like, oh man, these guys, they always cover the same stuff. That's because you don't get it. These trainings are not for you. They're for your new person and for your new person and for your new person and for your new person. And by training the new person and it continuously perpetuates, what's going to happen is in a year or two, you're going to have your own Mario underneath you running a meeting without you. Do you see Ricky here ever on Wednesday? Do you see Francoise here on a Wednesday? They have their own Mario. They have a Tanya. They have a Jeff. They have all these people that are committed And now that's where, so don't ever come to one of these meetings and be like, all they ever do is talk about the same thing. Guys, that's the beauty of our business. The beauty of our business is we only have to learn about 7 things: how to invite, how to create a list, how to show the presentation, how to get a customer, how to sign someone up, how to get people to go to an event. And I forgot the other one. I'll have a brain fart. I'll look it up. But there's only 7 things. That's it. Who's excited that all I got to do is master 7 things and I'll make more money than I've ever made in my entire life, right? In my sleep. And then I take that money and I put it into places that I'm passionate about. How many of you guys saw that Ricky just posted the Ukru Nation well in Africa? How cool is that, right? Are any of you guys interested in having wells in Africa for children in your family's name, in your children's names, in your grandchildren's names? Absolutely, right? Here's one that I want to do. I want to have one in the name of Jesus Christ, right? Steph and I want to do a well and put from in the name of Jesus Christ and put a scripture, right? Because I think that's a powerful message. But see, that's what this profession can get us. So don't prejudge, okay? Don't prejudge when you think about your list. And I'll just give you my example. So when I got introduced to this profession 10 years ago, if you knew me prior to getting into network marketing, you probably would have prejudged me. In my late 20s, I was a $200,000 a year corporate earner. In my late 20s, I owned probably almost 400,000 square foot home. It was massive. I had a 5 Series BMW, and my boss at my day job used to say, Mario, if you could hit your marks, if you could hit your numbers by Wednesday, I don't need to see you Thursday and Friday. I was like, you had me at hello. So I would just smash it. And every Thursday and Friday, I was on the golf course playing around, just having fun. So if you knew me, the likelihood of you prejudging me would be very high. But here's what you didn't know, right? 7 months before I got laid off, I found out I was going to get laid off. And literally for 7 months, guys, I was praying, God, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I was 28, 29 years old, making $200,000 a year. I don't know anybody that age that makes that type of income. I was afraid. I was worried. I was like, what am I going to do? So if you would have hit me up, by the way, I didn't get on Facebook in January and say, oh my gosh, guys, I'm so worried. We're going to get laid off. So outwardly, you couldn't tell, but inwardly, we were scared. So if you guys would have hit me up or somebody like me during that time, I would have jumped all over this. You guys have Marios in your network that you're prejudging. The key to success in network marketing, guys, is finding someone better than you. How many of you guys want to find a Lauren and recruit her under your team? Or a Tanya, or a Jeff, or a Mario, right? They're out there. You're just afraid to talk to them because you're talking yourself out of it, okay? The other thing that I'll tell you, so that's number 1, don't prejudge. The other thing that I would tell you guys, the key to becoming a solid network marketer is that the rule of large numbers always works in your favor. Okay, the rule of large numbers always works in your favor. Let me give you an example outside of network marketing. Raise your hand for those of you guys that have your cameras on, and for those of you guys that are afraid. No, just kidding. Put it in a message. How many of you guys have experience in real estate or understand the real estate game? Okay. All right. So if you do, raise your hand. Okay. So in real estate, okay, they say, when you first get started, right? Most people who first get licensed, they have no pipeline whatsoever, right? They have none. So you have to build a pipeline. You have to get people into your little basket that might be interested in buying a house down the road. So there's 2 ways that people tell you to start building your pipeline. Number 1 is go sit at an open house all weekend. Right? You're sitting in somebody else's house and you're waiting for people to show up, and maybe you could talk to them, and maybe they don't have an agent, right? The second way is to utilize the rule of large numbers. They're already saying it, knock, knock. Hey, Jeff, here's a stack of cards, right? Here's this block. Don't come back until you knock on 100 doors. Am I wrong? No, right? So you knock on 100 doors, and the rule of large numbers will work in your favor. Because if you knock on 100 doors, they're going to tell you that you're going to get one sale, right? 100 doors gets one sale. Now, that doesn't mean that only one person's going to ask for anything and you're going to get one person, that one person's going to buy. That means that if you talk to 100 people, you're going to get a certain amount of numbers. Out of the certain amount of numbers, a certain amount of them will be serious. Out of the people that are serious, a certain amount of them will get qualified. And out of those qualified, you'll get one person to buy. But what are they training you to do? They're training you to go through the rule of large numbers. So if I was hungry, how many of you guys are hungry right now? I know it's lunchtime, so I'm not talking about food. But if you're hungry, okay, and I heard, Mario, every time you knock on 100 doors, you're going to get one sale. How many of you would be like, I'm going to bang out like 500 this week then, because I need 5 sales? Does anybody have that type of mindset? That's the rule of large numbers, and it applies in our industry as well. It applies in our industry because here's the other thing, guys. This is the next one. So number 1 was don't prejudge. Number 2 is the rule of large numbers always works in your favor. And number 3, okay, is this. You can make up for lack of skill with effort. You can make up for lack of skill with effort, because what happens is, what my mentor taught me a long time ago is that there are conversions. Actually, he used to call it a batting average in this industry. He used to say, you got to keep track of what you do. How many of you guys keep track of your daily things that you do with Vasayo? Lorraine, okay, Jeff. So he told me this. He said, Mario, do you want to be a professional in network marketing? I said, yes. He said, okay, you sure about that? I said, yeah. He goes, okay, how many people are you showing the business to every week? And I was like, okay, time out. That's fine. How many people did you show the business to last week? See, I saw people go, that's the reason we're where we're at, right? He said, if you track your business, so let's say this week I say, listen, I'm going to track my business, and I just write down the numbers. I sent out 50 texts. Those 50 got me, let's say, 6 calls. Out of the 6 calls, I got 1 person. That's just tracking the numbers. And I do the same thing tomorrow, the next week, and I do the same thing the following week. After a while, I can start to create an average. If you can create an average, then you can create a plan. And I was like, huh. And he goes, so what the plan is we need to find out what is your average per 10 people. So for every 10 people that you show the business to, how many join? He said, the average is like 1 in 10. But as you get better, you might be able to get 2 out of 10. If you can make 2 out of 10 join your team, you'll make millions. But if you can get, he's like, very, 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 very small amount of people get to 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10, you're like crazy, right? He's like, but even if Jeff Gonzalez is a 3 out of 10 guy, and I'm in a competition with him, I will beat him. Because if I'm a 1 out of 10 guy, and he's a 3 out of 10 guy, how could I beat him? Well, because if he does 10, I just know I have to do more. I have to do 10, right? I have to do 10 people times 11, right? Because I need to get 11 people. So I'm 1 out of 10. I just got to do 110 and I beat him. See, so if you know how to use your averages, if you know how to use your numbers, right, they'll always work in your favor. So I don't need to be as good as Jeff to beat Jeff. Does that make sense? Because if I know that I can make up in effort what I lack in skill, I'll beat Jeff all the time, okay? The problem is Jeff is like a 2 out of 10 guy, plus he puts in the effort. So Jeff's hard to beat, okay? But I'll still beat him. So don't prejudge. The rule of large numbers always works in your favor, right? And then you make up in numbers what you lack in skill or what you lack in experience, okay? Here's another thing that I always held, and it's always worked for me. Guys, you cannot say the right thing to the wrong person. And you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. So many times you guys worry about, well, I need to have this like perfect little text and this perfect, I gotta talk to this guy between 3 and 5 because that's when he's like in his good mood. And listen, guys, if you're sorting, if you're just going through the numbers, we're looking for hungry people. I've enrolled people that, listen, it doesn't matter how I deliver the message, they're looking, they're hungry. So guys, when I was new, I used to say, I've enrolled people in spite of me. Think about that. I've enrolled people in spite of me. How many of you guys have got somebody on a call before and you're like, you feel like you're just stumbling and bumbling all over the place and then they join? You're like, dang, like what happened? I totally messed that one up and they still join, right? Because you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And then on the flip side, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. Believe me, I've tried. In my early days of network marketing, you would have caught me trying to punk people on the phone. Okay, what do I mean by that? Like, let's say Alex Norcus gets me on a connect call with somebody, and within the first 5 minutes, the guy goes, that's a pyramid scheme. Are you kidding me right now? Those things don't work. In my early days of network marketing, I'd be like this at the house. All right. About to make this fool look stupid right now, right? And I'm sitting there trying to fight him and blah, blah, blah. What do you think your job is? Oh, sir, let me ask you a question. Who runs your church? Yeah, the pastor? Oh, yeah, who's below him? Yeah, his deacon board? Who's below them? Oh, so your church is a pyramid too. And I'd sit there arguing with people and they were still not going to join because they were the wrong person, right? Can you guys hear me okay? People said my voice went out. Good? Okay. So you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person, and you cannot say the right thing to the wrong person, right? And that's huge, guys. That's a big deal. You guys, if you can understand that, it'll allow you to just flip through the numbers fast. This morning, I got up and I reached out to a lot of people, okay? I got no's. No, thank you so much, not interested. Cool. I got a couple people that are like, yeah, let's talk. What is it? Can you send me some more info? Because it's just about going through the numbers, okay? So you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Now, the couple ones that I want to really spend some time on, guys, are ones that you guys hear a lot, or you should. Now, every single time we do a game plan call, there's certain things that I have people write down. And if you've gone through a game plan call with me recently, you'll know what these are. But I want to make sure that you guys understand this because it's very important. Everything you do as a recruiter, whether it's in person, on the phone, on social media, right? Anywhere. If you go to a pool party on Saturday and you want to pique somebody's interest, these things should be in the forefront of your mind. Are you ready for them? Okay. If you're ready, just like Jim Rohn says, say ready. If you're ready, let's hear you say ready. Okay, good. So here's what he says. Say less to more people. If you're in person, how do you say less to more people? Well, you actually wait till you're getting ready to leave. I've done that before. I've been at a party. I mean, I've been in this game a long time, okay? I've been at a party, a barbecue, a pool party, whatever it is. And I show up there and I see Lily. And in my mind, I'm like, oh crap, I've been wanting to hit up Lily. Do I walk up to her at the beginning? No. I go, hey, Lily, how's it going? I say hi to her, that's that, and I leave it be. Maybe we talk, chop it up. We're there for a couple hours. We're, having some drinks, hanging out. I have done this before where Steph's like, okay, you ready to go? And I'm like, oh, wait, give me about 10 more minutes. I've got to pique Lily. I've got to pique her interest before I leave. But I want to wait until I'm leaving. So as we're saying bye, okay, then I go and I give a hug and I say, okay, hey, Lily, by the way, I know we're taking off right now, so I don't have a second, but yeah, I just found a way to make money online in the CBD space. Not sure if you're looking or open, but I think it might be something you might be interested in taking a look at. Yeah, what's up? Well, okay, cool. Well, okay, I'll be right there, babe. Hey, so what time? 10? Can I give you a call tomorrow at 10? Yeah, okay, I'll get you all the info. I strategically placed myself in a way so that I drop that knowledge right when I leave. Because if I tell her at the beginning and she's genuinely interested, what's she gonna do? She's gonna maneuver her way back to me throughout the day. We're standing there with a drink and she's like, so tell me, what is this all about? You're shot, you're done. You're done right there. Because you didn't position it right. So say less to more people means sometimes you might have to be strategic, pique their interest and move, right? Does that make sense, guys? So say less to more people, even in person, on the phone, okay? Now, the other thing is we want to pique and pass. I think Lauren said it last night, and I thought it was great. She said somebody did a training one time in a network marketing company. Said, you want to know the key to being successful in this industry? And the guy had 2 people on stage, and I've seen the variation. He says, hey, Jeff, have you ever thought about making money online? Yeah, I have. Awesome. I'm going to introduce you to my partner. He's just blowing this thing up. He's mentoring me. Hey, Ricky, this is Jeff. And then he pushes Jeff over, and then the guy grabbed tape out and put it on his mouth. He said, if you can do that, you'll make millions. Peak and pass. Peak and pass. Why? Here's another fundamental truth you guys have heard me speak before. The law of proximity will work against you. What's the law of proximity? How many of you guys have been married for, some of you guys know Steph and I are celebrating 16 years married on Friday. Who would have thought that woman is a saint? How does she put up with my crap for 16 years? But so as a married couple or anybody who's been in a relationship for any extended period of time, you've told your significant other something. It doesn't matter what it was. And that person, your significant other, your loved one, your spouse is going, no. Yeah, babe, I think we should do blah, blah, blah. No, I'm telling you, we should try this. No. Next thing you know, okay, here's what happens. Your significant other comes home from Bible study, from hanging out with some girlfriends, from, why am I making it sound like it's the girls? My bad. Sorry, Cassie, I saw you shaking your head, okay? Your significant other comes home from hanging out with someone else. And that significant other comes in and says, hey, babe, guess what? And you're like, what's up? I think we should do blah, blah, blah. And you're looking at him like, really? Yeah, what do you mean? I've been saying that for 5 years. And your significant other goes, no. Yes, I have. I've been saying that forever. You just don't want to listen to me. No, my friend said blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, that's really good. And I'm like, I'm going to pull my freaking hair out. Why? Guys, you're just too close sometimes. Sometimes you're too close. I could say the same thing verbatim that Lucine says, but because I'm too close, they won't receive me. But if I get Lucine on the phone and I edify her, I tell my partner, hey, this is my partner. She's up here. She's really important. She'll say the exact same words and they'll be like, really? Oh, wow, that's powerful. I've had people say that before. I've had people get their prospect on the phone with me. And like, let's say Angie Fierro is like, Mario, I got a guy. He's like right there. Yeah, I just can't get him to pull the trigger. Can you talk to him? Sure. Get on the phone. I say the exact same thing. And the guy's like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. Foundation pack. That sounds awesome. I'm really thankful that you were here to spend some time with me, Mario. And I can imagine Angie's on her phone going, what the, you freaking kidding me? I said the same thing, right? But it's because the rule of proximity works against you. So that's why you've got to get yourself out of the way. Pique their attention and pass them along, okay? So say less to more people, peak and pass. Peak and pass. If you could peak interest and pass, you can be successful. Now, here's the other one. Look for the lookers, okay? Look for the lookers. I love this concept because if you look for the lookers, right, then it bleeds into the next one, which is sort, not sell. How many of you like to sell Vasayo? I hate selling Vasayo. I like to share this thing because I think it's a gold mine. If it's not for you, great. If it is for you, awesome. If you think I'm in a scam, great. I've had somebody literally at the very beginning of my Vasayo business, I cold marketed her and she responded to me and told me all about how CBD is a gateway drug. And even though it's legal in California, I'm leading people astray. She said that I have a calling on my life by God, which I do believe, and that I'm trading away my blessing, my calling for money, and that I should be careful of that. And I was sitting there like, wait, no, CBD has nothing to do with marijuana, has no psychoactive. What are you talking about? No, I know it's legal. And I'm like, no, you're not listening. It has nothing to do with weed, right? I know, Mario, but I would just really pray for you. And finally, I was just like, you know what, girl? Pray for me. Because I am deceived. I'm headed and I'm driving people to go to hell right with me. So please pray for me. And I did one of these numbers. Peace out. Like, let's just move, right? Because you have to be able to just look for the lookers, right? So if you ever feel yourself convincing, okay, you've lost it. Because not only that, when you convince, guys, you lose posture yourself, okay? People join people. I had this concept, this gentleman share with me one time. He's like, do you know how people feel when they're left out? How many of you guys hate being left out? Even if you are not going to go to the party, you better still at least invite me, right? That's how most people are. Deb, put your hand up. I know you are too, okay? You better at least throw out that invite, okay? People just don't like to be left out. There's something psychological that goes off in somebody, and they're like, what? I used to have a guy who would recruit by excluding you. So he would pick up the phone and he'd call Christina. Hey, Christina, how are you, girl? Good. Hey, listen, I hate to take any of your time out, but anyway, Steph and I just launched this business online in the CBD space. I know it's probably not for you, but do you know anybody who is like super ambitious? You know, somebody who really is just looking for like a side hustle and they really just want to just make a ton of money? She's going to be like, wait, why is it not for me? Right? And he used to get people all the time. He's like, bro, people are like, wait. Yeah, I know a lot of those people, but why do you say it might not be for me? Right? You see how he just shifted that damn thing? He just shifted the dynamic, and he was actually wanting to recruit Christina from the beginning. But even if he couldn't recruit her, she'd still give him a referral. She'd be like, no, you know what? Let me think about it. Maybe my brother. Okay, cool. Give the brother number. Perfect. But even if she says, oh, I'd have to think about it. All right, cool, girl. Listen, I appreciate you taking some time. Thanks. Hangs up. Now, what is Christina doing? Christina go back into the kitchen. She's maybe washing some dishes. And in her mind, she's like, what do you mean? I'm ambitious. I'm super sharp. Why the hell didn't he ask me? Right? Am I wrong? How many of you guys would feel that way? If somebody called you and was like, hey, listen, I know it's not for you, but do you know anybody who's super ambitious? He would be like, me, you dummy, I'm ambitious, right? Because people want to be included, right? So when you sort, right, when you're able to just look for the lookers, it gives you freedom. Just be free. Who cares what they say? Because guys, there's 40 million people out there right now that are starving. They're afraid. Like me 10 years ago, they're looking for something and they just don't know where to go. Let me tell you guys, the answer is not delivering food for someone else. Okay? That's not the answer. Yeah, that might be a little baby Band-Aid. But do you know how much food you have to deliver for someone else for that to make sense for you from a dollars and cents perspective? A lot, okay? See, so that's the idea, right? And then finally, guys, there are some red flag words that you need to stay away from, okay? Number one, business opportunity. Don't ever use that word, okay? If you use the word business opportunity, right, people have this buyer beware mentality, no matter what. It's just kind of ingrained in us now. I think now that we've had so much access to information with social media and video, people are always like, what does that mean, right? What do you mean? So when you say the word business opportunity, you're toast. You're done. You might as well just hang up. They're not going to join you, okay? When you say something like join, I joined a business. Guys, you don't join a business, you open a business, okay? But how many of us are like, hey, I just joined this business, you know, you're done. Because they're going to be like, nope, that's a pyramid. You're in one of those things. They're like, babe, did you hear? Don't take Denise's call. She just joined a cult, right? You say the word business opportunity. You say the word joined, you're toast, okay? You say something like, hey, I want you to join my team. You're done, right? Those are words that you don't use. Here's another one, guys, and my skin crawls when I hear it, but I see it at least once a day. If you have a three-way call or a connect call with me, and you're introducing me and you say, I am a diamond, what does that mean to your prospect who's not in our company? I always laugh because I'm thinking the guy's probably going, a diamond? What is he, like a dancer? Hi, this guy's a diamond. He hangs out with emeralds, and they've got a couple rubies with them. And they're like, did you get involved in a dance studio or something? Like, what's the deal, right? They don't understand that terminology. So just say my business partner or my mentor. But these are things that we inadvertently do and we don't know because this is the jargon we use. But to the outside world, they don't get it. And you're shooting yourself in the foot, okay? Has anybody ever done that before? Like I've said black diamond to Ricky and Francois before, and they're like, black diamond? That sounds like Indiana Jones or something, right? What is a black diamond? So stay away from those words. And a couple of things as we close that I just thinking off the top of my head is make sure that when you're setting up a connect call, that the person doesn't know, okay, that you're going to be connecting them to somebody. Have any of you guys ever scheduled a connect call and it's the time of the call and they're gone, right? No sound after the alert for curfew. So sozo, jump out and then jump back in. So you schedule a connect call, they're all excited, and then at the time of the call, they don't answer. Has anybody ever had that? One thing you may have done is you may have said, awesome, I'm so excited, Alex. At 10 o'clock, I'm going to call you. I'm going to introduce you to my business partner. Or worse yet, I'm going to introduce you to my upline. You're toast, right? Because here's what I hear people do. First off, so let me finish that. Guys, when you schedule the call, you just want them to be like, yeah, let's say Alex gets off the phone and Megan says, who's that? Oh, that was Mario. What's he want? Oh, he's going to call me tomorrow. He's going to talk to me about some business that he's doing in the CBD, something he's doing in CBD. It sounds pretty cool. What do you know? Not much. He's still coming tomorrow. He's going to tell me all the details. That's it. Not, well, I'm going to bring on my upline. Here's what kills people. You ready for it? Hey, Cassie, how are you? I'm really excited because I want to show you a business opportunity that I just joined, and I'd love for you to talk to my upline. He's a diamond, and so you could join my team. And you laugh, but people are doing this every single day on our teams. Every single day on our team. They're like, he just joined a cult. There's a dancer that's a diamond that's like leading this cult. And he wants me to join the cult as well, and I'm not doing that, right? This is what we do, right? All the time. They're gone. Okay, so these are some red flag words that we have to stay away from. Okay, and so as we close, guys, it just comes back to your why. I had a great conversation with Lorraine today, and she's fired up. So shout out to Lorraine and Fern, because they are fired up and they're on track. They're going to hit gold, and I know it. Within the next week or two, I'm calling it out. Within a week or two, they're hitting gold. And here's what I told her, okay? At the end of the day, this is not an easy business. It's not. It's simple, but it's not easy. The reason it's not easy is because we're human beings. And also because we are working with human beings. And humans have baggage. Humans have, things that they've carried with them, psychological issues. Humans have prejudices, right, against our industry. So conceptually, it's like, hey, Jeff, out of everybody you know, let's find 4 people, 2 on your right, 2 on your left. And then out of everybody they know, let's find 2 on the right, 2 on the left, and let's just keep doing that. We'll make $1 million by our first year. Conceptually, that's actually true. How many of you know it doesn't work out that way? You've got to find something deep down inside that says, it doesn't matter if I go alone or I go with 1 million people, I'm going. Because I have to make this happen for me, for my family, for my loved ones. Because when that tipping point happens, guys, I'll tell you that the ability to just feel free is insane. It's on another level. To be able to just feel like, man, if I want to work today, great. If I don't, great. If I want to go to the river today for 3 days, great. If I want to go to shop and not have to worry about anything, great. If I want to give a check for $10,000 to my church, great. That freedom, guys, is worth it. It's absolutely worth it. But you've got to be willing to go through the fire. I told this young guy the other day, I said, think of your life like this. You stick your hands under it. Because a lot of times people will say, Mario, hey, I got to wait, and I really want to focus. I want to focus on my real estate business. I want to focus on my training business. I got to focus. I think focus is the trap of the devil, okay? Because any entrepreneur knows you have to have multiple irons in the fan. Yeah, I would say ducks don't get in a row. I want to get all my ducks lined up. They just don't. That doesn't happen. There's never going to be a good time to build a business. But here's the key. That's why most people never do it. Because they rationalize good reasons. Hear me on this, guys. They rationalize good reasons why they can't build their business. There's people on this team right now that should be on here, but they have good reasons. I'm not even saying they're bad. There's good reasons why they can't be on the call today. But guess what? They're not on the call. Some people are on, some of you guys are on, and you have other things that you need to do. But you're missing them. You're sacrificing. I see at least 3 people at work right now. They're at work doing this. That's a good reason. Or I can't go on the Wednesday training because I'm at work. Who's going to say, well, you're not committed to your business? No, you're freaking at work. But they're making it happen anyways, right? That's the idea. We've got to figure out a way to make it happen anyways. I know you too, Michi's at work as well. You're making it happen anyways. So what I was saying is I told this young guy, he's 26 years old. He just started a business. He got married about maybe about 6-7 months ago. They just bought a house, and they're getting ready to have a baby. And he said, man, Mario, I like everything you're doing, but I just think I need to focus right now because we got a lot of things, and I just want to wait till we get to that next phase. And I said, brother, listen to me. I'm 39 years old. I'm just a little bit further down the road than you. And I'm excited about where you're at. But I'll tell you, looking back, if I would have started this journey when I was 26, if somebody would have came and told me, listen, I'm going to show you a roadmap, but here's what you have to understand. That idea of focus and everything's going to be settled into their little compartments will never happen. Never happen. And it doesn't matter in this industry, any industry. Any business you want to build to the next level is going to require you to get your life, right? I told them, pick it up like this, like a cake, right? A sheet of cake, and do this. That's your life for 3 years, at least. At least. Guys, I've taken connect calls. Okay, our anniversary is Friday. Probably about 6 years ago, my wife and I spent our anniversary in somebody's living room on a Wednesday night because I had a meeting. I said, hey, okay, the meeting's in, I think it was somewhere in the South Bay. I was like, so listen, it's in Torrance or something like that. I said, let's go to the meeting. Right after the meeting, we'll find a little restaurant. We'll have some drinks and spend some time together. And I remember driving there and it's our anniversary. So we still got that little romantic vibe going on, but I'm going to do a meeting. And I'm like, babe, aren't I a catch? She's like, what do you mean? I go, I'm making you go into somebody else's living room on your anniversary. Guys, would you agree that's a good reason to not have a meeting? Yeah. And that's a reason why some people will say, oh, I can't take that call. I've taken calls in the outfield at my kids' games. That's what AirPods are built for, right? So I'm just sharing this with you. Is that the outcome is worth it, guys. The results are worth it. But anything in life that's worth having is worth sacrificing for, right? If it's worth having, it's worth working for. If it's worth having, it's worth fighting for. And I'm telling you, it's worth it. But we've got to get out of our own way and just go out there and go crazy right now. Right now, there's never been a better time to build a local business that will go global. The timing is perfect. The resources are perfect. The team is perfect. Guys, we have the best team, UCrew Nation, in the entire company. You and I both know, I'm not going to say this because it's recorded, but you and I both know we're like the favorite child in the company, right? Would you guys agree that? Like Dallin and Daniel, they're like, hey, don't tell your brothers and sisters, okay? They give us what we want, okay? So we have the best team in the entire company. We're the favorite child in the entire company, okay? We've got proven results. We've got top-notch leaders. Our products don't quit. What's the X factor? You and I. You and I. So I want to encourage you guys, put everything to the side, right? Put your head down. Work like you've never worked before because you will have what you've never had before. I promise you that. This industry, where are my ladies at? Raise your hand if you're a female. You are 8 times more likely to be a millionaire in the network marketing industry than anywhere else. I see you, Renee, okay? Anywhere else. If you're a female, you're 8 times more likely to be a millionaire in this profession. That's nuts. If I was a female, I'd go crazy because I'm like, hey, I'm here. And guys, we know everything's not about money. It's not. But guys, money is like oxygen, right? We need it. We need it to make choices. We need it to have the ability to come and go. We need it to have freedom, okay? So that's it. That's all I've got for you guys. Hopefully this was a great training today. Just wanted to share my heart with you guys about what it takes to be a recruiter. Just some, we have the system, we have the scripts, but these are just some philosophies that I've always used to really guide my thought processes when I was recruiting. And I just ran a report, guys. I've personally recruited 118 people into this system since I've been here. 118. Okay. Now that said, this morning I recruited or reached out to 25 new people this morning. Okay. So nobody should be saying, Mario, I've talked to everybody. No, you haven't. It just depends on how nuts you want to be, right? Crazy people make crazy money. That's it. Crazy people make crazy money. God bless you guys. Have a great day, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.